finally, guys, I unveiled the Super Centex All-Name Team in a column that is on wacotrip.com right now. So I sent y'all the link to that. But I also said that y'all could look, back into the past. I don't care. You could give me a college guy. I don't care. Like, what's your favorite name um, of let's say Central Texas player, either currently or historically? And was there anybody I missed on my all name team?
Well,
I'll
I
let you
don't,
go
I
first,
don't,
Chad.
I don't want to nitpick, but Leonardo Leon, the
Hmm.
kicker at Gatesville, is a good one that could have been on there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's good. I like Leonardo Leon. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he's got kind of a
Yeah.
Ninja Turtle type name.
Mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
my favorite that was on the list was Sincere Robinson from Temple. I
Sincere
love that.
Robinson.
That's a good one. In terms of historically, I went back and looked through some of the Super Centex All-Decade teams just to see if there were any names that jumped out. Because again, as I mentioned earlier, I moved to Waco 4 years ago. I don't know as many great names as you two, but one that popped up, Jackson Player. That's a pretty good one.
Oh
Obviously played at
yes.
Baylor after Midway. And then I also looked up, so there's some good female ones too. Juicy Landrum, that's a pretty awesome name.
Oh
And
yeah.
obviously, we all know Juicy for what she did. Mystique Womack, that's a
Oh
pretty good
yes.
one from Marlin. And then
Mm-hmm.
Umoja Gibson, his name means
Yes.
unity, I found out. So
Oh,
that's a pretty, I mean, I've never known someone to be named that. That's a pretty cool name. So those were some of my favorites.
nice.
Uh, that now, I think Marcel Estelle at Bosqueville. Not only did he have, it kind of made me think of the mime, Marcel Marceau, Marcel Estelle. But then also, I think he was one of the first people I heard of whose nickname was Cheat Code.
I love that. That's a great
Mm-hmm.
nickname. We're not doing
Mm-hmm.
nicknames, but that's still a great
That's a
nickname.
good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Chad can remember when Milford was in our area.
Mm-hmm.
The Bulldogs are no longer. We've kind of tightened up our area a little bit, but Milford has a kid. He was not on the all name team because again we don't cover them anymore. But has a kid who I remember clearly he has to be the son of this guy that was there like 20 years ago, named Swish Washington, which
Wow.
is an absolute fantastic basketball name. The kid plays football too, but
It's
uh,
like if you're going to write a cheesy novel about basketball, your main character would be named Swish
Swish
Washington.
Washington would be your character. Yes. Let me just list a couple that are on the all name team that I put on there because I mean, there's some really good ones. Of course, we know Champ Mayo down in Temple, the quarterback there. I really liked Ace Archer from Moody. That's a pretty good one. Achilles Palomares from Belton.
Mm,
Um, Brock Von Rocks from Lake Belton.
that's a good one.
How about Riker Roach from Groesbeck?
Mm.
I mentioned that, you know, it's kind of weird that he's not at Riker, but Riker has a player named Riker Reddy, which is even better. Yeah, so
Speaking
some
of Riker, though, I like Rowdy Bishop.
That's a
Rowdy
good one.
Bishop is
Yes.
pretty good. That sounds like yeah, like
Yeah, I
Rowdy
mean
Bishop
he's
Riker.
from Clifton. Let clarify, he's from Clifton, but you can just imagine like John Warner used to talk about the nun over there at Riker that would get all into the game. Well, then you
yes,
might also have a Rowdy Bishop there in the stands.
yes. Oh my gosh, John's impression of the nun at Riker was
Hmm.
so funny. This nun would get Michael would get into the games, and
Mm.
then she'd be like, "Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph."
I could certainly see Dub doing that impression.
Hmm.
That fits. That
Yes,
fits.
absolutely. Fun stuff. If we missed any, really good names, let us know. Leonardo Leone, yeah, that could have
Yeah,
been a
that's a good
whiff
one.
on my part. That's pretty good. So yeah, fun stuff, and maybe we'll do nicknames next week. That might be fun. So
Sure.